Hey, it's Soul, here to fill you in on what is up this week in Warcraft. Hit the like button, subscribe for more WoW coverage, catch me live on Twitch for this week's drops, and let's go over a significant hotfix from last week. It's known that while there is no skip to the 10.1 campaign, it's not needed to unlock all of the zone's features, although that wasn't entirely true at the launch, as the Worthy Ally quest was not available until completing the first chapter of the campaign. It's a weekly quest that scores you a bonus map for the Sniff and Sneak activity and a splintered spark of Shadow Flame it's needed to make Season 2 epic crafted gear. Fortunately, that has since been resolved, and now your alts can freely dive into Zeralite Caverns with all previously unlocked features available, minus Renown, but kind of separate thing. Alts can optionally complete the campaign for the reputation and bonus explorer gear if they need it. Speaking of, the Darkmoon fair is in town, so if you've been saving them up, this week is the time to pick up the 10% bonus rep buff and slam all of your insignias for some big gains. Nifn Renown doesn't appear to offer things like bonus knowledge points, but they do offer some good zone bonuses to find more stuff throughout the zone and doing sniffin seeking. And at the end of the Renown track, you get a Shadow Flame crest that lets you craft heroic level gear. The Darkmoon fair also gives its usual quest to give skill and knowledge points for your profession, so be sure to knock those out. Side events are pretty light this week, with Arena Skirmishes and Classic Ashran on the first rotation of Season 2. Still though, this is the moment that you've been waiting for. The game truly begins with the start of a new season. And there's more world content opening up, which we'll talk about first. Ferox Assault will open up. A quest down in Loam will lead you to where the assault is, but I don't think it's super required to pick it up. You're going to see it well enough on your map. It's meant to feel like an assault that goes on all week, but it also includes additional quests to get some decent gear, crests, and more, which I'll talk about a little later. Down in Zeralite Caverns, towards the middle of the zone, the Dragonscale Expedition needs your help in an event that happens roughly every hour. The long and short of it is that you're going to kill a lot of elites. It's a pretty lengthy event that seems to reward you better if you're there at the start, as you're asked to complete a number of tasks, and the more that you complete, the better the prize. Given that it's smack in the middle of the zone and close to the hub, you can expect a lot of traffic going through here early on. The world boss will also appear this week, along with its very limited loot table. It drops champion gear. It's basically heroic raid gear if you can upgrade it that far, but the loot table is limited to 2 pieces, including one which can later be used in the revival catalyst. All cloth users will have legs and feet for their loot table. Leather users get a chest and a wrist. Male wearers will see helmets and feet, while plate users will see shoulders and belts on their loot tables. 2 more chapters of the Zone campaign should be available this week, leaving 1 more chapter which is probably supposed to be like the epilogue of the raid that will start sliding us into what's going to happen in patch 10.1.5. By the end of these 2 chapters though, we can expect to pick up a quest to complete the raid, which will award a heroic level enchanted crest for crafting. As for the raid itself, it's going to open on normal, heroic, and mythic difficulty, and on top of that, the first 3 bosses will be available on Raid Finder difficulty, which is more significant than you may first think. It means a chance at getting tier gloves. These bosses have a chance to drop Season 1 recipes as well as specific Season 2 recipes, including a blacksmithing shield, a tailoring cloak, and alchemy file cauldron, meaning it might be a good idea to take as many of your eligible alts as possible into Raid Finder for, if nothing else, to sell these recipes. Keep in mind that your alts need to have those professions in order to be eligible to roll for those recipes. Entering the raid on Raid Finder has an item level requirement of 390, so check your gear, use your flight stones, and good luck. Between the availability of Raid Finder, Ferox Assault, and new zone events, I'm going to make a guess here and say that somewhere in here we're going to be able to farm Shadow Flame Essence. It's a required reagent for some higher end recipes and crafting high end gear, and so far it hasn't been seen. We have practically no information on this item. It might be like a limited drop per character, it might require lots of these Ferox Assault in an effort to open like a special chest in the affected area. But this is a reagent that will be an instant seller on the Regent Auction House, so once it's discovered, I suggest taking advantage of the world first hustle and to sell these for really big gold gains. At the time of me writing this, we don't know what's going on in Mythic Plus world with regards to an fixed schedule, so at least right now it's going to be a mystery, but here's what you can expect. Whatever key you have before Season 2 starts is going to get knocked down by about 10 levels once the season does start. There are new milestones to consider. Fortified and Tyrannical have not changed, but you're not going to see your first affix until level 7, and the second affix isn't going to come around until key level 14. This gives plenty of space for players to kind of warm up or to enjoy maybe a lower level career of dungeon endgame. In an upcoming guide, I'm going to specifically go over what to do to gear up in a way that I hope is easy to understand, but here's the super TLDR. For Mythic Plus, you want to work your way up to 9s and then run those for the purpose of getting gear. Then run 11s for crests and then switch between 9s and 11s to gear up and get these crests so you can work your way to an item level of 437, or at least until you can handle running 16s. Then start running those to get what you need to make the best crafted gear. And once you feel ready, start pushing for Keystone Hero. That ought to cover most everything going on this week, but on the horizon is some big news. Patch 10.1.5 is going to hit the PTR sometime. The team is probably waiting until we at least know what happens after this raid is completed, and news of BlizzCon should be coming soon. Throughout the week, I'll be live on stream, slamming new content and trying to get that file recipe and try to sell it to some whales. So come hang out, get time towards getting your Twitch drop, and who knows, you just might enjoy my company. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, catch me live, and I'll catch you later. Let's have Bob close us out with a slower jam. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.
Wasted my life, it's obsession. I'm grinding reputation, I won't be denied. Hit that 25 and I'll be famous. Contract spent, I can't slow down. Rep is who I am, can't do anything else. So don't hold me back. Need that gear, I need that bond, I need that pet. So I'm gonna make soup, then I'm gonna world boss, then I'm gonna farm more, then I'm gonna not work, my renown will go up, then I'm gonna dig holes, then I'm gonna